Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into your favorite podcast, the Cheeseheads and the Bear Podcast, episode 127. Who do we got for this episode today, boys?
We got Cheesehead number 2, Mason Berg, signing in.
Got the Bear, Brennan Elks.
Obviously got the Viking here, Alex Rudinger.
Got the New York Giant and NBA champion New York Knicks, JV, from the JV podcast.
Champ. Let's go.
Let's go, dude.
Yeah, I don't think we haven't really... Have we had him on since the championship? I don't think so.
No,
we had
thank
him
God.
like, during
No,
the run.
My first time since the draft, the
I was
NFL
gonna
draft.
say, yeah, the draft, he was on for our live stream.
Let's
Yep.
go, dude. Welcome
Yeah,
back,
crazy.
champion.
Yeah, literally.
How have the past couple of weeks been for the champ? How you feeling?
Feels good.
We
I-
did
I
it.
could- I couldn't believe it for the first week. Went to the parade.
Cool.
It's still kind of settling in. I never thought we would be champions.
Right.
Out of all my teams, I was telling Mason before, I was like, the Knicks were the one team where I was like, I didn't think it would ever happen. So the fact that it happened, I was like, yo, man, this is the greatest feeling ever. It tops all of my other teams' championships.
Right.
I've seen
For sure.
every other
For
team
sure.
win a chip, and I was like, the Knicks winning
All
was
right, man, you don't have to keep bragging.
Yeah.
We get it. New
New
York.
York's good. We get it.
Yeah.
Big market. F you. How much? A question though. How much money did you spend on finals merch?
a good amount. I wouldn't say finals merch necessarily, just Knicks
Or I guess a
gear.
champion.
Knicks gear in
Championship
general,
gear.
I spent a lot, but
Yeah.
championship gear probably less than 200, maybe 200 exact.
Okay.
I
You
got a
didn't- you
couple
didn't-
shirts.
You did buy the sparkly one for $180 or whatever that one was.
I wanted the sparkly one, but that shit sold out quick, bro.
I bet.
People are not playing around. So many casual Knicks fans came out the woodworks like crazy. I
Right.
went to Liz. I saw these two girls that I know they don't watch Knicks basketball, but they was like, let me get that Brunson jersey. And I was like, damn, bro.
$180, dude. Just like that. That's
But
crazy.
yeah, the sparkling jersey, the sparkling T-shirt, that shit was going like that.
Yeah, I bet. Cool.
Oh, it is, man.
Oh, yeah.
Big market like that, you're gonna have people come out. I mean, even when the Bucks were making their championship run, there were people at Deer District that were like, "Who are you? You don't even know 4 players on this team."
Just there
I
to
love
be
it,
helpful.
though. You just walk down the street, everybody was like, "What's up, champ?" After Game 5 that night, bro, after Game 5, we all walked in the middle of the street. Nobody gave a fuck. Cars were driving, they were just like, Knicks won, I'm just gonna have to deal with it. And they're like, let's go, baby. And just sitting in
Right.
traffic. Yeah, but it was amazing.
That's
That
crazy.
was awesome. Awesome. Yeah, well, Knicks, they are NBA champs. Congrats to them. We'll probably talk about, their roster a little bit here as we go through. This is going to be an NBA only podcast today. We've got a lot of moves that we haven't been able to discuss. So, gentlemen, we're just going to start off with some blockbuster moves, and one of the most recent trades that has happened. Jaylen Brown, former Boston Celtic Finals MVP, the man that carried them to their championship, is traded to a rival, traded to the Philadelphia 76ers for Paul George, a first-round pick swap, first-round pick, and 2 second-round picks. I think the entire sports world, if you have any sort of, brain cell going on in there,
Whoa.
this is a bad trade. It's just an awful trade. Awful trade. There's nobody, not even a Boston fan, that could probably convince you that this is a good trade. Just terrible.
I got a few people that I saw Philly fans saying it was a great trade. So
Obviously.
I think they think this trade is really good, which is crazy. Yeah, Brad Stevens, he must be not making any of these decisions anymore because that just doesn't make too much sense to me. Obviously, we don't know really what's going on inside, the walls, but Jaylen Brown must have wanted out, and that must have been the best option that they really got, which is kind of crazy to me. They went from Giannis Antetokounmpo in 2 firsts to a podcaster, so I thought that was
SB.
pretty thought that was pretty insane. But yeah, Celtics fans are gonna have to be optimistic about Paul George. What they say, locking back in, and hoping those 2 first-round picks, and it's a pick swap, so that's even worse. You know that. What do we know when that first round pick is? Does anyone know off the top of their head?
Top of my head.
I think
2030 something.
one was
Okay.
2028, the other one was like 2030 something.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm hoping that 2030 is gonna not be that pick swap because that's gonna be a big pick for the Celtics. So yeah, it's an F for the Celtics, so I just don't get it. They just really wanted to get rid of Jaylen Brown, and it's up for Philly right now.
Mhm.
Seriously. I saw somebody. I saw a TikTok, and it was somebody comparing this Jaylen Brown trade to the Luca trade from last year, and like, yes, granted, you know, Jaylen Brown and Luca aren't necessarily on that same tier, right? But when you look at the similarities between the two trades, it's pretty damn similar. Aside from like the picks, obviously, because if I'm not mistaken, it was a straight up trade, right? Luca for AD. There wasn't any picks or anything involved in that, was there?
I think there
Or
was
am I
a first.
misremembering?
There
I
was
think
like
there was
one pick
first.
in there.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think it was
So
one.
so fairly similar. But like the idea of trading, you know, a younger, high scoring volume guard for a aging, old, not as good, injury prone big man, right? Obviously Paul George, you know, 3-4. But it does not make sense for the Celtics. I don't know what the hell they're thinking. So another thing I wanted to add too was everybody who said that the Bucks were dumb for taking the Heat's offer and should have took the Celtics offer. Now that we know that that was Jaylen Brown's value, nah,
Yeah,
I don't want to hear
what
that.
were we gonna flip
ever
JB
again.
for, dude?
Yeah,
Paul George?
absolutely not.
Sweet.
I never want to hear that shit again. So you know, I think yes, it's awful for the Celtics, but it also makes that Giannis trade look a little bit better in hindsight because
Right,
that was
right.
really the only other option that we were kind of hearing was the Celtics, Jaylen Brown, and I think it was Jaylen Brown and 2 firsts was the package that they offered that we declined. So thank God. I will just say
That's a really
God.
good point. That's a really good point, Alex. That would have killed me if we would have just flipped JB for something similar to this. Like
Yeah.
because then we would have been like, well, we could have gotten Tyler Hero and all these picks and all these players, but we picked the right one. Maybe Horace was cooking. Maybe this is his first time. He's actually done something right. But it was probably Taylor Jenkins actually going in there and saying, like, hey, get this
No.
one instead.
I do
Don't
not want
pick
to
the
coach
stupid
Jaylen
one.
Brown.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, I did want to say I saw a quote. There were 2 tweets, and one of them was like, "Jaylen Brown has a disease where he thinks he's the smartest guy in the room." Right? Was the one tweet, and then somebody else tweeted. I think it was Jaylen Brown on his stream, like reacted to that and said, you know, not to be too disrespectful here, but in the sports world, it's not that fucking hard, or it's not that the bar is pretty low. Yeah.
Yeah.
When it comes to, I thought that was so funny, dude. I thought that was hilarious.
Justin, if I guess some of your players are doing a podcast, but let's just say some of your players went on and did like a live stream and did what Jaylen Brown was doing. What would you think about that?
Oh, about them, like how he was like, "Oh, this is the best season ever." Blah blah blah.
Basically, yeah.
I mean, I would be kind of shook. Like I'd be confused too. Yeah, it would throw me off. Like
Breaking news.
I didn't watch that whole stream of Jaylen Brown on Twitch and stuff, but like from what I understood, he did like try to like elaborate. Like everybody wrote us off, and they counted us out. Nobody thought we'd make the playoffs, and they were a 56-win team. He had the best season of his career, top 5 or top 6 in MVP. He was almost all NBA first team. So I get it from that standpoint. It's just, I guess the way it came out, it was like kind of like questionable. And then there was a part where he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna get JT on." JT never came on, and and it's just stuff like that where it was just like kind of confusing. I mean, me personally, like if that was my team, I would be kind of like, I hope this isn't anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like part of that has something to do with it. But going into the trade, you guys already talked about it. Like this trade sucks for the Celtics. What I hate the most about it is that they sent him in my division. Cause like, what the fuck are we doing?
You're
But looking at the Sixers, like just unbiased, like they probably have the second best starting five now in the Eastern Conference,
That's a
right behind the
good
Knicks.
ass five, dude.
You just brought in Dean Wade. You
Yep.
just brought in Anthony Simons. You stole
Mhm.
Huck Porty from us, and now you got Jaylen Brown. You have a starting five of Maxey, VJ, Jaylen Brown, Dean Wade, Embiid. Like when that trade first broke, I was like, hold on, did VJ get traded? Nope. I'm like, wow.
No.
And for the Celtics, I mean, I guess like what a lot of people think is like, all right, Paul George's contract is done in 2 years, and then maybe we could get something at that time. But you still have to deliver on that. You can't just bank, because supposedly the 2028 free agent class is crazy, but you have to deliver, and it's gonna be hard to sell for your fan base. And just like Brennan said, Brad Stevens, that didn't feel like a Brad Stevens move. It felt like somebody else was like, if that was
Yeah,
me
man.
and the Giannis trade like was like off the table, I would have went straight to Jalen's crib and be like, yo, my fault. Like whatever
Right,
we got to do to fix this,
Yeah.
I would do that, because you got two of the best wings in the NBA, and you guys just won a championship 2 years ago. So I would have did whatever to fix that relationship, and it's bad, bro. I know you could talk about Jaylen Brown's contract and all the noise about the analytics. Like, I don't know if you guys seen it, but like Bobby Marks, he didn't say it himself, but he was like, I've spoken to people, and based on the analytics, Jaylen Brown would be like the seventh best player on the
Yeah.
team. And
Yeah.
then it's like, all right, bro. So I feel like Jaylen Brown hears a lot of that shit, and I don't blame him. Like, I would feel disrespected. Like, yo, I was just the
sure.
Finals MVP 2 years ago.
Yeah.
I just had the
Led-
best season of my career,
right.
and you guys are talking to me like I'm whack as hell. So
Right. Seventh best player on a team is insane.
that's why I
Oh.
keep
Top
saying,
10
like, stop
player in the
watching
league.
basketball. Stop watching basketball through a spreadsheet.
Right,
Literally.
right.
That's
Stop
that's
watching through a
crazy.
spreadsheet.
Dude, those people that live and breathe through that just piss me off so much.
Yep.
The one person that brought it up, I thought it was the funniest thing ever. Sorry to talk about football when Connor was talking about Jordan Love and he starts bringing up EPA. It's like, brother,
Dude,
shut the fuck up. You don't even know what that
stop
means.
right now. Stop it right
Stop bringing stuff up. You
Oh,
don't know what it
shit.
is. Shout out to Connor though, but it was just, yeah, that stuff where it's like deeper than points, rebounds, and assists. It's like, brother, I do not care
I don't
what
give a
your
fuck.
on and off percentage
Right.
with 2 minutes left in the third quarter is. I don't give a
On
fuck.
a Thursday afternoon in June,
Let
when
nerds
moon-
that
when it's
do
a full
that.
moon.
Those guys
right?
do it religiously. Let those guys do that. I watch basketball because I like watching basketball. I do not care about that.
Right. Yeah.
I only care about analytics when it's based on the team,
Yeah. Sure.
and
Yes.
not on like a player specific.
Player.
When
Yep.
it's about the
sure.
team, then yeah, I fuck with the analytics. But when it's like this dude shoots 75% from the short quarter on Thursdays, like
Yeah,
fuck that.
I will say,
Who
I will say, analytics are great when you're making a case against a player. I will just say
Right.
that. It's,
There you
it's
go.
like our it's like our
Only time it
PFF.
works
I
is
love
PFF, man.
Yeah,
PFF
yeah.
when it helps my argument. That's the only time I'm using that motherfucker.
Yes,
Anytime else,
every
that's
time.
stupid.
Yep.
That
PFF's
shit
made
is-
up.
Yeah.
I will say, Dells from the Pick a Side podcast put out a TikTok about it, and it was a long ass. I think it was like close to 6 minutes, damn near. But it was like four different scenarios
bad.
on what he was going through. Yeah, as a Celtics fan of what the conspiracies / rumors are on why Jaylen Brown got traded, what really happened. So that was a good video. Should check that out. But I don't know, man. If they just didn't see Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown as like a winning combination anymore, which still doesn't make sense to me, because like we've been saying, Jaylen Brown was coming off his best year. Jason Tatum, as much as I hate to say it, is a good basketball player. Like, or just like we've seen them win in the past. Like, is it really that hard to build a team around them? Obviously not. You were missing one of them, and Jaylen Brown himself took them to, whatever it was, the 5th seed or 3rd seed or something like second seed.
They were the
Fuck.
second
Yep,
seed,
even better.
Yeah.
Fuck. So like, you're telling me you add Jason Tatum back into there, add a couple more pieces, and you guys aren't contenders again? Nah, fuck that. Get him out of here. Get him out. He's got to go.
Give
Like,
us Mitchell Robinson. That's what they say.
Like,
the
come
savior.
on, man.
The
That's
savior.
insane.
More in division trades. It's crazy between
Yeah.
the Knicks, Sixers, and Celtics. They're just
Yeah.
all going in
all
a
the
circle.
ops,
Yeah,
all the
literally.
ops is
Yeah.
working together.
They're like, we
Crazy.
cannot have the Knicks be better than us ever again.
I'm not gonna lie. I was sad about the Mitchell Robinson thing, but after that Jaylen Brown trade, I didn't care.
Not sad anymore. Not
Right.
sad
I'm,
anymore.
I'm
Not
like,
sad
Mitch,
anymore.
go get your bread. That team is not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all still not beating us. I'm sorry.
Also, I
big
saw.
ass truck over there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
seriously. I saw a report from the, or it was a tweet, saying that the initial offer, or not offer, but request, I guess, from the Celtics for Jaylen Brown from the 76ers was like VJ, Paul George, and 4 first-rounders or something like that. And they got talked down to Paul George, 2 first round, 1 first round in a swap, and then a second rounder. Like, whoever on the 76ers negotiated that down from, VJ, Paul George, and 5 firsts to whatever the hell they gave up is a mastermind, man.
Oh, shit.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Sham-
we got some breaking news with DeAndre Ayton. Mason, you see that or no?
Oh yeah, I already put it in there. Yeah, DeAndre.
All right, bring it
Ayton.
up. Bring it up.
Yeah, I mean, we can just talk about the Lakers while we're at it because this
Yeah.
team has been going absolutely
God.
nuts. So, rundown for you gentlemen, just to make sure everyone's up to speed with what the Lakers have been doing this offseason. On June 24th, they signed Austin Reeves, 4 years, $185 million. They got their boy Austin Reeves. June 30th, LeBron announces that he is leaving the team. We'll talk about that in a little bit,
Bags are
talk
packed.
about where he's going to go. So the GOAT is going somewhere else. That day, Luke Kennard also signed with the Suns, so Luke Kennard is gone. A couple days later, Marcus Smart, former Laker, had a really good season last year with the Lakers. He is in Houston, 2 years, $13 million. So this is where the Lakers start going absolutely bonkers. July 1st, they signed Walker Kessler in a sign-in trade. 4 years, $130 million. They got Walker Kessler, had to give away 4 first-round picks to the Jazz. They signed Mamu, former Buck, 4 years, $52 million. Quentin Grimes, 4 years, $60 million. I've been high on Quentin Grimes when he went off for Philly. Colin Sexton, 2 years, $19 million. And then this is just breaking news about 5-10 minutes ago. DeAndre Ayton will not be the backup center in LA. He is going to Washington. And I think the Lakers are getting Jaden Hardy in return and some picks or something else.
Second-round picks.
2
I think it's a-
second-round
Oh,
picks.
So does that mean Anthony Davis is getting traded to the Warriors? Then, walk with me, LBJ signs with the Warriors as well. Why the fuck would the Washington Wizards need another center? They have like 80 of them.
Oh yeah.
I don't really know why. Maybe
I mean,
maybe
I remember
another more
seeing a
breaking news.
report. I remember seeing a report that the Wizards aren't shopping AD.
Yeah, I
Well,
saw
look-
that a day or two
Right
ago.
now,
Well, I'm
unless,
gonna be-
unless that was smoke.
Yeah, no, I'm going to be honest. I saw when right before Walker Kessler was traded, I saw a tweet saying that the Jazz were willing and prepared to match any offer made for Walker Kessler to keep him in Utah. And then like 20 minutes later, I got the notification that he was traded to LA and signed for lower. I was like, what the hell is going on, man?
The Lakers opened that checkbook.
Right.
that's
Yeah.
exactly what they did.
Yeah,
Bro,
went
They
crazy.
called
even-
that bluff
can't
real
even-
quick.
You can't trust anybody except maybe Shams, and that sometimes that guy lies out his ass too. So I don't even know.
Sham
Uh,
sucks.
He literally bring Woj back, please.
I need Adam Schefter to start or Ian Rappaport to come to the
bring,
NBA side.
Yeah.
bring Woj back. Bring Woj back.
When they Woj, God, dude, I mean everyone is saying it. Shams is just not even close. But it's just like this to me just screams Anthony Davis is now on the market because you got Saul, you got Anthony Davis, you got Ayton. And I think is Will Riley a center or a forward or am I?
He's a forward.
He's a forward.
He's like
Okay.
6'5", 6'6". He's not
Okay,
that big.
so they got 3 bigs. I don't know if they're gonna go that many bigs on the same team, but also which makes it really funny too for the Lakers. Now they're in the market for another big man when they had 3 big men on their roster about 5 days ago. So couldn't bring back Jackson Hayes. He is now on the Jazz. So thank God there's now another 15 big men on the Jazz. So that number is still outrageous. But
Kuminga's
this is-
still out there as an option for the Lakers, I guess.
Yeah, big
I
man.
don't know if
I-
they have. I don't know if they have
better
enough.
fucking not sign with the Bucks, bro. I swear to God, I do not want him. But
I
yeah, the
wouldn't hate
Lakers,
it,
man.
to be honest.
We got a lot of like developing wings. We don't need another developing kind of mid wing. To be
Yeah,
honest,
that's
unless
fair.
it's getting rid of Kuzma. If we can get Kuminga that's cut Kuzma, hey, I'm all game. I'm all game.
Kuzma was still there.
Yeah.
God, yeah, dude.
I wish.
He's arguably our
I
best
fucking
wing.
wish I
Like
could
that's how
forget that.
bad this fucking team is.
Amen.
So,
Nate,
yeah.
season.
Nate, amen. Let's go.
Yeah. Woo. Not even on the team officially yet. So Austin Reeves gets his money. That's cool. Small guard. So we'll see kind of how that works. Jalen Brunson is the exception. Beast.
Goat of small guards.
Maybe. Probably not. Rockets get Marcus Smart. That's cool. Quentin Grimes, I like that pickup a lot. I think another guard coming off the bench that can actually put the ball in the basket is going to be great for the Lakers. And I don't really care what they're doing anymore because LeBron James is out of there. So shout out the Lakers.
That's true.
Yeah, the Warriors, man. I really see it being a possibility. The more and more we kind of cook up these trades, the DeAndre Ayton makes it a lot more clear.
I saw
don't know, though.
something. It was a board. Rich Paul, LeBron's agent, put out a picture of like. Did you guys see that? Like this whiteboard, and it it had like his preferred destinations right in the middle with like the breakdowns of their starting five, obviously starting four because they're assuming LeBron would go in there. And the Warriors were actually off to the side, like one of the teams that were off to the side. So it doesn't really seem like
Steph
that's
and Dre, I think. It's all it said, which is Steph and Dre.
the big teams were the 76ers, the Cavs, the T-Wolves, the Nuggets, and the Heat. So I don't know, man. Where's
Top
he
three
gonna
destinations. Where do you guys think? Like, what's your like top three best destinations for LeBron?
Like
Milwaukee.
Best fit. Best fit. Like not most likely. Because most likely, I think, is probably the Warriors now after Ayton's gone. So I think the Warriors is most likely. But best fit for me, I think Cleveland would be the best fit for him.
They need a wing really bad over there.
I don't like him in Cleveland.
Really? I just feel like
all those him and James Harden.
James Harden is.
Harden gets the hell out there. Like if Harden,
I don't want him to go to Cleveland. Fuck that. I don't want him to go to Cleveland if James Harden isn't there. Hell no.
I think the T-Wolves would be insane if he went to Minnesota. That would be fucking nuts. Or even like the Nuggets, man. That'd be a crazy like switch up with the rivalry that the Lakers and Nuggets have had over these last couple of years. For him to just hop over, I feel like that'd be crazy.
That would be fire. That would be fire.
So I think those for me, the top two for sure.
T-Wolves are a good fit, absolutely. Alongside Ant LaMelo. Doesn't have to do too much. Can honestly just kind of play, make, facilitate for Ant and
basketball
LaMelo.
IQ,
yeah.
I like the Warriors just number one, even if they don't get eight. And I think them just going a whole bunch of forwards would just be so fun. And it's more just for like a basketball kind of thing. Like LeBron and Steph Curry playing together would be pretty sweet, in my opinion.
I just don't think
if
it's
KP plays,
going to
he could
do
throw his
anything.
ass in there too. But
if they got AD, I would feel better about the Warriors. But
for sure. I'm not saying that team would win a championship. I just think it would be kind of cool to watch.
Cool for basketball, absolutely.
Right.
I think Nuggets sounds fire. I didn't even think about that. Timberwolves would be fire too.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie, bro. Him on the Sixers would be fucking nasty.
They have many forwards.
You put him in that Dean Wade spot.
Oh my god,
that team is not.
They got some cool jerseys too, man. I'm down to buy some red LeBron James Sixer jerseys.
And I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
You rocking one?
No, I was gonna say him. Yo, him on the Knicks wouldn't be bad either.
Hey, he said they're not pursuing them. The Knicks said they aren't pursuing LeBron.
Yo, because I was just thinking about it. Him in that Josh Hart spot, that'd be nasty.
That'd be a pretty good upgrade.
You can't ghost coverage that team at all.
No, God, no. You can't just let Josh Hart sit on the three-point or LeBron. You can't just, let LeBron wander like some teams do with Josh Hart. Kind of just let him sit in the corner, kind of wander around the three-point line. Yeah.
Who's your
like Brennan said, I don't think they're going for him.
Who's your backup center right now, Justin?
Nobody.
Well,
they're talking about Kawhi Looney.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
I'm hoping we trade Deuce for Musa Diabate. And then
Okay.
I mean,
we
you might have to trade less than that. How the Hornets are moving right now, they're just
and
trading
then
anybody for anything right now.
and
It
then
sounds
we
like.
checked in on Misi from the
Yeah,
Pelicans, and the
dude, I
Pelicans
saw
are
that.
like he's untouchable. I was like, all right.
Rejected multiple offers for Yves Misi. Like, come on. Come on.
They have,
what are they building over?
He was great.
What are
I
they
mean, don't get
building
me
over?
wrong,
dude.
Misi
How
was
many more years am
phenomenal.
I think Trey Murphy is going to become the new Giannis. Where like every freaking 5 minutes, I see something about Trey Murphy on the trade block. Like
Yeah.
every trade, somebody like a contender is talking about. It's like, well, if they go get Trey Murphy from the Pelicans, they would be pretty good. Like
He's gonna be the
every
new
single time.
he's gonna be the new OG, because I remember before OG got traded, it was the same thing.
Yeah,
Sure.
fits that role perfectly. Well, yeah, I mean, we'll see what LeBron does. We'll see how the Lakers shape up with their absolutely new roster of Kessler, Grimes, Mamou, Sexton,
They
Much
played
like
crazy.
Doncic. No Aiton. We'll see. It's going to be a completely new Lakers team, new identity. So
That
we'll
means
see. Stay tuned to see.
Sorry to cut you out there, but does that means Rui's got to be gone, right?
Rui's
They
gone as
can't-
well.
They can't
Mhm.
sign Rui back.
They can only pay vet minimums at this point as well. So
Okay.
Hachimura is also a free agent now. We'll
Yeah.
see where
Detroit,
he ends up.
I guess.
Detroit would be
Detroit.
fire.
Detroit would be pretty
Okay.
sweet.
I like
That
that.
my
would
guess.
be.
I
I
like
don't. They
that a
just
lot.
signed. Again, they signed Collins, but who knows? That'd be a good
He
fit.
Thanks.
Hey,
Yeah, he
no
sucks.
John Collins slander. He's fine. 14 and like 5. I'm a big fan. I like John
He
Collins.
gave
I
you
don't know why.
14-5 on the Detroit Pistons. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, we'll see. We will see. But moving back to some more blockbuster trades. This one was pretty exciting for basketball fans, especially Toronto Raptors fans. The boy, the GOAT, the 1-year legend, Kawhi Leonard, is headed back to Toronto, which is crazy to think that that's like the one destination that he said he wanted to go to after, 8 years ago when he clearly did not want to be in Toronto, wins a championship. He's back. In
I
return, the
wonder
Clippers.
why. I wonder why he would want to leave the country right now. Interesting. Very interesting.
Not his fault, dude. It's all the
Oh,
Clippers, dude.
no, it's not
It's
his
again,
fault.
I
You're
don't know.
right.
Maybe it's
That
the
makes
Clippers,
sense.
but in return, the Clippers aren't getting too bad of a haul back. They're getting Brandon Ingram, who I actually do really like as a player. Grady Dick has some good upside. They got a first-round pick swap, 2 first-round picks, and 2 second-round picks. So Kawhi himself, for being 35 years old, he's still worth a lot. Had one of his best seasons, arguably last year at 28 points a game, still putting up great defense. So the Raptors, they're going all in. They keep Scotty Barnes. They've got the duo of Scotty Barnes and Kawhi Leonard now. They've got R.J. Barrett, still got Quickly, I think. They're making a splash. So this is a team that made a splash last year, surprised a lot of people making the playoffs, and now they're saying, hey, we're back. We're going all in. So anyone would like to start. Again, Justin, this is a team in your division. How you feeling about the Raptors?
I love this move for them. You bring Kawhi Leonard back. Obviously, you replace Brandon Ingram, who had a good regular season, but once the playoffs came around, he kind of struggled, and then they
Horrible.
looked way better once he wasn't out there. And they were so close to beating that Cavs team. Obviously, they needed more offensive juice, and they needed a big man because Jared Allen was grabbing every single rebound against that team in Game 7. But I think bringing in Kawhi Leonard is going to be great. You take some pressure off of Scotty Barnes, who looked really, really good in that playoffs. You make life a little bit easier for R.J. Barrett, who stepped up at times, but there were times where he'd be a little inefficient. Hopefully Emmanuel quickly comes back and he's healthy, because that looks like one of the worst contracts in the league right now.
Mhm.
And you saw flashes from guys like Jacoby Walter, Kyler Murray, Boyles. They got something good cooking up right now. And Darko Rajakovic looks like a pretty good coach. So I think them adding Kawhi Leonard into the mix could really, I won't say they should be like a favorite to win the East, but I think they should have like a puncher's chance of making the East competitive, making maybe a ECF run, just based on how the Eastern Conference is looking right now. I do think they need a center. Jakob Poto is cool, but I think he's
Not a CMB guy?
No, CMB is great, but he's too small to play 5 full
Yeah,
time.
he's like 6'8". Yeah, he's
He's
not
only like
big
6'8".
enough. Yeah,
He
he's
could
not
play it in
s-
spurts,
center.
but like full-time five,
Sure.
he's too small for that. And then
Man,
they
Turtle
just
too
brought
slow,
in,
like you said.
yeah, they just brought in Kyle Anderson.
Another
Cool.
slow mo,
Yeah.
literal
No,
definition
Mo.
of slow mo.
But I'm really excited for this team. I was high on the Raptors last year, and they exceeded
Yep.
my expectations. So hopefully Kawhi is. If Kawhi could give you like 62 games in the regular season, I feel like you could very well be a top 5 seed in the Eastern Conference.
High mark. It's a high
That's been
mark
a
for
lot from
Kawhi.
Kawhi.
I think he played what 60. I think he played 65 exactly last
Yeah,
season.
I think he
Oh.
qualified for awards last year. So
Go ahead, Alex.
I like the move. I especially like what the Clippers got back. To be honest, I think that was a really good haul, in my opinion. Especially, yes, obviously Kawhi is. I'm not going to downplay how great Kawhi is right now, but he is aging. His injury history and his health has obviously always been a question. So the fact that the Clippers were able to get what they got for Kawhi, I think that was great. I think that was a win for them. And then, like everybody was saying, I think bringing Kawhi onto this Raptors team is just going to alleviate a lot of the issues we really saw come to light on the big stages of the playoffs last year. So I like the move for both teams, to be honest with you. This is a very, very win-win trade, in my opinion.
Yeah, looking at the Raptors depth chart right now, you aren't kidding. CMB is literally the second power forward and the second center on their depth chart right now.
yeah,
Obviously, like you said, Kyle Anderson, is he going to play that much? I don't think so personally. So maybe if CMB and Chet kind of get on the same routine of maybe eating like 15,000 calories of food a day to get, some muscle on them. Obviously, Chet being obviously 7 foot, it's going to be better. But CMB could play that 4 or 5 role for spurts, like Justin said. And I just think the defense is just going to be insane for the Raptors. Main reason the Raptors didn't get that done in that series is because Emmanuel quickly and I believe, like you said, Ingram was out. They were playing better when Ingram was out, but not having another ball handler out there definitely was rough. But I'm excited for this Raptors team. They were definitely one of those our surprise teams, kind of going into the season, and them being a 5 seed last year, they could be higher because this East is going to be a bloodbath. I think everyone's just kind of like has their one star player, and we're just going to throw punches at each other in the East for sure.
yeah, we were high on the Raptors last year, like Justin said. Brendan and I, when people weren't even expecting them to be a playoff team, we had them I think at our 8 seed. Just cracking that spot. So again, this is going to be a very, very good trade for both sides. Like Alex mentioned too, I wanted to talk about the Clippers a little bit. They got some youth, they got picks. They're going to be terrible next year. I was just looking at their depth chart as well between Garland, Wagler, their rookie now, and Ingram. That's really about it.
That's a
Unless
big
you,
three right there.
Ben Matherin too. I'm a big Ben Matherin fan. I think he could be solid too. But if you're a Clippers fan, really don't expect anything for the next couple years. I know
Dark
Brandon Ingram
days.
might put up 25 points a game and be a good player for you, but that's not a winning basketball team. Their centers are not good. So Raptors really made the splash in this one, and we'll see if Toronto can compete in the East like we're expecting them to.
You know what's really funny? Out of the three guys you named with Garland, Wagler, and Ingram, that Garland is the heaviest out of all three of those guys. He weighs the
That's
most.
crazy.
I thought that was pretty insane.
That would have been a good.
Uh,
That would have been a good trivia
190.
question.
that
Yeah,
is a good
like
trivia question.
who weighs
I
the
would have probably
most,
said Wagler, honestly,
right?
but again, he's still young. He's got to bulk up, and Brandon Ingram's always been as skinny as I am. So
Right.
the Slim Reaper 2.0.
Ooh, that's generous. That's a generous
That
name
is
for him.
really generous.
Jeez.
That's all right. Moving on. Moving on. We're staying out west. The Minnesota Timberwolves, a team that might get LeBron. Who knows? We'll see. Can you pair him up with the star-studded duo of LaMelo Ball and Anthony Edwards? Because the Charlotte Hornets traded away LaMelo Ball and Josh Green in exchange for Naz Reid, a first-round pick, 3 first-round pick swaps. We'll see how those swaps end up, and then 3 second-round picks. So Minnesota has now got LaMelo Ball, Anthony Edwards, Jaden McDaniels, Rudy
And
Gobert,
Rudy.
and possibly LeBron James. Who knows? Like that fit a lot. But the Timberwolves, they made a splash. They got LaMelo Ball. So now they got a really, really insane duo of LaMelo and Anthony Edwards in Minnesota. Justin, how are you feeling about Minnesota?
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of went back and forth on this. It's gonna be exciting on paper, but part of me is like, all right, the way Charlotte's moving right now, I know people want to say they sold high. This is probably his highest value. They didn't get the highest return back. Um, Lamelo, if you look at his games played in his career, he's always hurt, bro. He is literally always hurt. If you go, I think this and his second year might have been his highest games played. I'm checking right now. 75 games in his second year, and then 72 this year. But outside of that, rookie year 51, third year 36, fourth year 22, 2025 47. He's only
Yeah.
had 2 healthy seasons in his career so far. And I know people like to make the comparison to Steph Curry. Steph Curry shit was not as bad as this. So I think for the Timberwolves, this is a very, very risky trade. Um, and you gave up Nas Reed, whatever. You'll live with that. But bringing in LaMelo Ball, who's always hurt, we have yet to see him in the playoffs. He's a guy where I feel like physicality is probably going to get the best of him. Playing teams like OKC, San Antonio, the Rockets to a lesser degree, I feel like he could really struggle against those teams. And on paper, it looks great. And it's going to be exciting. They're going to have a lot of moments in the regular season where him and Ant both combine for like 80 points. They both combine for like 18 made threes. And it's going to look real sexy. But
Right.
I still have yet to see where LaMelo Ball is like, all right, he is going to be the guy that's going to take us over the top. And it's not even like trying to shit on him because I like LaMelo Ball, but like even in that playing game versus the Heat, he almost lost them that game with some of the decisions he made. And it's like every big game he's played in those playing games, blowout. Like they're getting smacked. So we're gonna have to see. This was a big risky move for the Timberwolves, and obviously regular season they're gonna look great for Charlotte. Obviously getting Nas Reed back, I was like, okay, this is kind of underwhelming. And you just had your best season with LaMelo, and the advanced stats said when they were on the court they were like plus 11. But I think they're just banking on like, yo, I don't think this dude is gonna hold up. Like he played 72 games. We can't think that's gonna be the standard. So we're gonna have to move on. I think they do take a little bit of a step back because Kobe White, as good as he is, I don't think he's a point guard. I think he is a shooting guard. They're banking on internal growth from Khan, Brandon Miller. I really love Hannes Steinbach, the big that they drafted. I like Christian Anderson. They're making good moves. They have a deep team. I think now they're just missing that like point guard, that floor general.
Yeah, I when this first came out, I made a video, and it's on me. I put my hand up. I read it incorrectly. I said 3 first-round picks. To come to find out, there was pick swaps. But did I care after the fact? Not really, because the video banged, so I didn't really care. But I will say this now: I thought the Hornets won by a lot, but after that, it's more of an even out trade. I still stand by the fact that I don't like it for Minnesota. I don't think it's going to work. Having those two are really fun on the offensive side. When it gets to the defensive side, neither of them play defense. And then you're relying on Jaden Daniels and Rudy, which are good defensive players. But then after that, when you get to the bench, who you bringing in? Shannon? Mike Conley's gone, so who even is on the team for the Timberwolves anymore? Because Kyle Anderson is gone as well. So I think, Justin, you made a good point. This is an all-in move for the Timberwolves to get them a point guard. But then when they decided to get a point guard, they got rid of their best thing of having so many big men with Nas Reed, obviously Julius Randle getting shipped out to Brooklyn for nothing, and then they don't really have any other forwards, so they're gonna be pretty not deep, I guess, and any of their positions, and they're just gonna have to rely on Anthony Edwards and LaMelo to stay healthy the whole season.
Yeah, I mean, I think obviously the Timberwolves are banking on LaMelo being healthy, and the Hornets are banking on LaMelo not being healthy. You know what I mean? It's a gamble for sure for both teams. Because if LaMelo comes out and proves, for the next however much longer he has on his contract, that he can play 65 plus games a year, then that's a great trade for the Timberwolves, and it looks worse for the Hornets. Obviously, vice versa. If he doesn't, then it's going to look awful for the Timberwolves and look really smart for the Hornets. But I really like the potential for this Timberwolves team. I think that the transition game is going to be insane. The Wolves already had a really good in transition team, or transition scoring team. And now you add LaMelo to that, who is a very good transition scorer. You pair him with Anthony Edwards. It's just Jaden McDaniels. It's just I think that's the potential there is obviously really good. Hate to judge things based off injury, and you always want to look at like the best possible scenario, but there is also a chance that, like JV was saying, he's shown already that he isn't necessarily the healthiest player, can't really be consistent in terms of games played for your franchise. So that's just the risk that the T-Wolves had to take there. And I don't hate it, because I feel like the T-Wolves have been very stagnant at that, Western Conference final / just, whatever the round right before it is called. But they needed to make a move in order to try to elevate this team and push them past the ceiling they seem to have found themselves at. So I can't blame them too much for making this risk and taking this risk, but I don't hate it for either team. It genuinely, to me, this is more of a like, we're really just going to have to wait and see what we get out of LaMelo in terms of games played, because that is going to be the biggest determining factor on who wins this trade. Because this is not a win-win trade. Some team is going to lose this trade, and it's going to be all dependent on how many games LaMelo plays.
Yeah, the Timberwolves in this trade are definitely more of a win now position, because Charlotte, I mean, I will say they are getting some picks and pick swaps in return, so could be a good move for the Charlotte Hornets if those picks end up being, higher end picks and the Timberwolves aren't that great. I also forgot to mention with the Timberwolves, they signed Ayo Dosunmu to a 5-year, $112 million
Ayo's coming in to save the day for
contract as
Minnesota.
well. So it's a very guard heavy team with LaMelo, Ayo, and Ant. They're definitely going to be wanting to push the ball. They're really banking on Rudy Gobert to have another healthy, productive season too. Because if you get rid of Reed, again, this is just another team that kind of lacks backup bigs.
Yep. Can I tell you the depth chart right now? And
Yeah, let's hear it.
You probably know more of these guys than us, and if I say these guys' names wrong, I'm sorry in advance, because I've never heard of any of these guys. So their second string power forward is Enrique Freeman. Didn't even know that was a person. Their backup center is Jonah
Joan Berenger.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
okay.
Okay,
Frenchman,
sure.
yeah.
Yes,
French,
yes,
yeah.
definitely has to be. And then their other backup center is Rocco.
Is it Karski?
Yes, thank you. So those three guys, and then Trey Kaufman-Renn are the Michigan guy. Okay, I like that pickup. We'll see if he actually plays, because he was a late second round pick. But those three or four guys, as like kind of the backup bigs coming off the bench in a powerful West is it's kind of disgusting. So maybe LeBron.
Berenger is not bad. He's just young.
Upside.
No, yeah, for sure. A lot of these guys are like 19 to 20 years old, but we've been kind of saying the last 5 minutes, they're all in right now. So you kind of can't wait for those guys to develop. So maybe LeBron has to go to Minnesota. Otherwise, they're going to struggle in the bigs rotation for sure.
Brennan brought it up. I'm like, bro, this bench is horrible. So what I'm guessing is that they're gonna start LaMelo, Io,
Right.
and Jada McDaniels,
Oh my
Rudy.
God, they're gonna go
Yep, that's
that
your 5.
small.
Yeah, and Dante's out. Dante's out all year.
Right.
Yep.
No more Nasri. I guess Terrence Shannon Jr. 6-man.
6-man. They're banking on that. Yep.
How tall is he?
He's like
6'4", 6'5".
They said he's 6'6", 215.
Okay.
We'll just go with that on ESPN. He looks smaller than that.
I think they also brought in Josh Green from that LaMelo trade.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Another
He's
guard.
gonna have to play.
Right.
And then I believe
barely 200 pounds.
Bones Highland is still on this team, right?
He definitely
Maybe.
is. I didn't want to bring him up because, again, he's another small guard at 6'2", 169 pounds.
Well,
Nice.
that's their bench. Bones Highland, Terrence Shannon Jr., Josh Green, Baron J.
Ouch.
My God, dude.
That doesn't
Terry
sound good
Shanny
at all.
Junie, man.
Any centers on the market that want to take a huge discount and come play for the Timberwolves? Connor,
Nick
you
Richards.
available? Yeah, Jesus
Connor
Christ,
Kelly?
dude. Any bigs? Any tall guys got to
Yeah.
want to
Wow.
play
Yeah.
center for this team?
Well,
That's
definitely
crazy.
talking this trade over now. I definitely think the Charlotte Hornets are probably in a better position too, because they also moved on from Bridges. So now you got to look at the Hornets side. They've got Kobe White, Con Knipple, Brandon Miller, Musa Diabate, all their young guys. They brought in Anderson, like you mentioned. Steinbach is going to be good. Grayson Allen and Royce O'Neal are great pickups for
That's
a
good,
young team.
really good pickups.
Really, I love Grayson Allen when
That's
he
a
was on
deep
the
team
Bucks.
right there.
So they got they're deep. They still got Trey Mann. Grant Williams is still on that team. They got a lot of picks. So I mean, I don't think the Hornets are going to compete anytime this next year. I think they could be a playoff or a play-in team. But moving forward, the Charlotte Hornets might be good in a couple years if those picks pan out.
I know we're not going to talk about it. I just want to say this real quick. The Suns are going to suck. They're going to
Suns
be
will be
fucking awful. And
Terrible.
especially when Booker's done, in like maybe a few years when he's just sick of losing all the time, they have no picks. So they're going to suck ass. So Phoenix fans, I'm so sorry in advance. But we beat you in the finals, so fuck you too.
Yes, we did.
Hitters.
Yes, we did. Hell yeah! I mean, what they signed Mark Williams, so at least they got a good solid big, over there. A lot of teams are always sleeping on Mark.
Mark Osa, I like Osa or Oso or whatever.
sleep on
Also,
Oso
Iguodala. Nah, he's
I like
good.
him. He's fine. He's fine.
Yeah.
Luka
Marquette player, he was a dog.
Rasheer Flemings.
Yeah,
Ooh.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that Suns team. Booker, Green, Brooks, Bridges, Williams. It's not terrible, but
They're not
What's
bad.
the-
They're just
what's
in the
the-
West.
What's that
Yeah.
Duke
It's
big
not
guy
good.
they got? What's that?
Come on, Malawach.
Why is he
Oh,
not playing?
on, I don't
Is
know.
he just
That
really
makes
young?
no sense to me.
He's
Is
their
he not-
third
He's
string
real
center.
young, but
Okay.
when he plays well.
But that was the thing. Like, why would you sign back Mark Williams when you just wasn't he a lottery pick? Like, why are
Yeah.
you
He was the
signing
10th
back
pick
Mark
in the
Williams?
draft.
Why are you signing back Mark Williams for him to play 14 games when you have Mollywatch just sitting on the bench, just sitting there doing nothing?
I don't
Like,
know.
dude, the Suns just
I don't
don't
know.
like their
And
team building makes no sense to me.
Malawach barely played in the playoffs.
I don't
Should've
know
made
if
no
he's
sense.
unplayable because I'm not watching Suns basketball like that. Maybe that's on me, but anybody coming from Duke in a lottery is usually pretty good, and especially when they need a big man to play on the Suns, I don't know why he's not playing at all. So
Can I also say I hate Devin Booker in the point guard position. Devin
Yeah,
Booker
I
is a two guard.
Hate it
He's
too.
a
He's a
don't
two
worry.
guard.
they have Jalen Green.
But they have Jalen Green. They're
Jalen
gonna
Green's
put
a shooting
Jalen Green
guard.
at the two. So
Yeah,
like
no, they have
having Devin
Booker at
Booker
five.
at the one is such a waste of his talent. And as much as I hate the guy, right? Because we played him in the finals, so fuck that guy. But he is a tremendous talent as a two. He's
Hooked
when he
at playoffs.
it's like when you're in 2K, right, and you adjust a player's position and they go up or down overalls. When you move Devin Booker to a 1, he goes down like 7 overall. I'm sorry. He is not the same player as a 1 as he is as a 2. He is so much more efficient. He adds so much more value when you have him at a 2 versus trying to run the point guard position. I don't understand why. And the Suns
Bring back
keep
Chris
doing
Paul,
it to him.
dude.
They
Bring
keep
back
doing
Chris
it to
Paul,
him.
dude. Bring
Bring
him
some
back.
That's at
terrible.
playoffs. He averaged
Bring
like
back-
30 when Chris
Bring
Paul
They
was
have
out.
Colin Gillespie, who was playing pretty damn well last year. Like it doesn't make sense to me that you keep forcing Devin Booker to be this point guard that he's shown that he's not, and he's not comfortable in that position. And I don't blame him because that's not his game. It never has been.
But he changed his number, so
Oh,
Yeah,
It's,
that shit
that's-
look disgusting.
Yeah.
You know
Oh,
what pissed me
God.
off about the Suns, and I'm not even a Suns fan? The 2020 draft, they had a chance to draft Halliburton. And they said, fuck that, we're going to take Jalen Smith.
Yeah,
Darn
and that did not work out well.
Darn
man.
it.
at all.
Halliburton.
I was like, yo, that would have been perfect. You bring in Chris Paul, Tyrese could learn under him, and now Tyrese is the guard of the future. Nope.
Pod favorite Tyrese Halliburton.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, Mason's favorite NBA player, actually.
He is
Don't
so
you have his
good
shirt?
in every yeah.
No,
Mason, don't you have
Mason,
his
you're
shirt?
like a number one Hallie fan here.
I pooped on it and threw that away, actually.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm
Right.
sure.
Sorry, Brennan. It was a
It's
great
in a
gift.
frame.
Yeah.
It's in a frame.
That's what the poop saying on it. That's just framed up. Okay,
Yeah. Yeah, Suns
Suns
have been making some horrendous moves ever since making the finals and getting killed by us. So yeah,
shitters.
but last blockbuster move, we're gonna stay out west, and we're gonna stay talking about point guards because this is a team that is surely not shy of them. The Portland Trailblazers have just acquired Ja Morant from the Memphis Grizzlies in exchange for Jeremy Grant, solid veteran, Chris Murray, young prospect. So, good Lord, Portland, they got to move on from one of them. They've got Ja Morant, Damian Lillard, Scoot Henderson, Shaden Sharp, Drew Holiday, like just it's 5 guards right there that I listed that are all playable, really solid guards. So they've got to move on from at least one of those guys moving forward. But it seems like they're going to keep Ja. They want to keep Dame. We'll see what Drew Holiday does, but I don't know. The Blazers, again, they were a surprise team last year. I was pretty high on them last year, kind of like the Raptors of the West, cracked the playoffs. So with Denny Avdia still over there, we'll see what Ja Morant brings to this Blazers team. I don't love this trade for either side, to be honest, but obviously Memphis wanted to move on. They got rid of basically every single player that they had in their core 2019 to 2023 kind of run with Bane, JJJ, and Ja Morant all leaving. So Memphis
Well, Dylan
is
Brooks.
going to be
Make sure you
horrendous.
put him in there. Dylan Brooks
Oh,
as
yeah,
well.
Dylan Brooks as well. Yep. Good
Yeah,
shout out.
Yep.
So, yeah, Memphis, they are officially like a couple seasons away from just being evaporated from this earth. I think no team should be in Memphis anymore. They
Whoa,
gotta
Zach Edey's a
relocate.
beast. Just
They got
don't
Zach
disrespect
Edey.
Zach
Congrats. They
Edey.
got Boozer. They got a nice little young duo of Boozer and Edey. Who knows? I can't really think of anyone else
Justin's gonna
on that
watch
side.
the Memphis Grizzlies religiously this year, dude. He is the biggest Cam Boozer fan I know.
It's one of my league pass teams.
There you go. There you go. But yeah, Justin, if you want to start on either side, Memphis or Portland, how you feeling about the Ja Morant blockbuster move?
Man, I mean, for Portland, bro, like we just saw this team have a really good year, exceed everybody's expectations. And now it's like, it feels like Tom Dundon is just trying to throw out everything they worked for. You let Tiago Splitter just go to Chicago. You bring in Mike Nori on some bullshit ass contract, 1 year non-guarantee, and now you're setting him up to fail. You bring in Ja Morant, and like you said, Dame is still there, Scoot is still there, Shaden Sharp is still there, Drew Holiday is still there. Now you add in Ja to the mix, and it's like, what, you gonna start Dame at the 2? Or like, what are they trying to do? And I felt like this team last year, they hung their hat on their defense, and now you're kind of stripping them. You're stripping that away from them. And
Getting worse.
yeah, the spacing is in question as well. I'm sorry, I'm gonna just come out and say it now. Like, I think the Blazers are gonna be one of the teams that made the playoffs last year. They're not making it this year. I'm sorry.
I don't like it. Yeah,
As
I
long
don't
as
hate that at all.
as long as there's changes to
Starting
be
lineup
made,
gross.
I don't
Seriously.
like it. And then for the Grizzlies, it's just like Jeremy Grant, cool, veteran, just insurance, and then Chris Murray is just cool player. He's nice,
He's a
but
human.
I like what the Grizzlies got going on. Not specifically because of this trade, but just because of everything they've built going forward. And now you're just adding 2 depth pieces on top of that. But I don't like this move for Portland at all, to be honest with you.
I don't know what they're doing, man.
What are
Doesn't
they
make
cooking
sense.
in there? Three ball dominant, like I guess you can call them guards because Denny is like 6'6", but he's technically a power forward according to this depth chart. I mean, John Morant, what is he going to bring up the ball for Damian just to take it as soon as he gets on the other side of the court? And then Denny Advia to then maybe pick and roll and ask for it right when he slips at the 3-point line? I'm not really sure, like, to have three ball dominant people out there at the same time because I can tell you from experience when you get some ball dominant players on the same team, it does not work. So Damian Lillard's going to ask for the ball a lot. John Morant can't shoot threes, so he's not going to be sitting in any corner. Is he just going to stand in the dunker spot? I don't know. And then Denny Advia had the ball in his hand more than anybody probably on this team. So, and then you bring up Scoot Henderson, Drew Holiday, Sharp. Like, what are they building? I don't know what's going on, and I don't really care because the Blazers are irrelevant to me. So, shout out the Blazers, and we'll see. I agree. I don't think they make the playoffs either.
God, no. Again, the Grizzlies, good for them. They got rid of Ja, like I kind of mentioned too. They're kind of moving away towards a new direction. So hopefully in a couple of years, Memphis fans will have something to cheer for. Cam Boozer hopefully can put up, 15, 8, couple assists a game, play good defense. But yeah, Portland, they got to make a move. One of those guards has to go. We'll see what they can cook up, but it smells like they're not going to move away from any one of them. It seems like they're going to keep all 5 of those guards, and I don't know. And
Stinky. Smells
Terrible.
bad.
with again, we were just mentioning teams that could really use a true point guard. It'd be smart of them to move on, but probably not because last year Portland kept all their guards too. So who knows? Maybe they do it again. But Justin, you said it. I don't see this team making a leap. I actually see them taking a little step back. So hopefully not. So that those are really like the big name trade blockbuster moves that were made. There's some other notable moves that we kind of want to discuss before we get out of here. The first being the San Antonio Spurs have signed Tobias Harris to a 2-year, $31 million deal, as well as bringing back Julian Champagnie for a 3-year, $45 million deal. So the Spurs are looking good. I mean, they still have De'Aaron Fox. If you really want to argue that he's a bad player, go for it. He did have a terrible, terrible playoffs. I still think he's a great player overall. He's a great regular season starting point guard, a guy that can put up 18 to 20 points a game. He'll continue to do that. So the Spurs are looking nice. They've got Stephon Castle, Fox, Tobias Harris, Champagnie. They'll still have Keldon Johnson. They still have Vassell. Wemby's obviously there. This is a team that's looking to make another leap, maybe just a step forward from last year's loss in the finals. And I think Tobias Harris really does bring that veteran presence that they may have been missing out on. So I think it's a big signing for him.
Yeah, I wanted them to bring in a forward. Maybe not to Tobias doesn't fit exactly that, but I think you make a great point, Mason. The veteran with Tobias Harris, and then the shooting with Champagnie, and Tobias can shoot the shit out of the ball too. So
Yeah.
this is just like a win-win for the Spurs. They're loaded up to be probably better than they were last year somehow.
100%.
Yeah, I like Tobias for the Spurs. Watching that finals, I was like, the Spurs need more size next to Wemby because I felt like they were just playing a bunch of guards next to him, and they went crazy in the draft. They drafted Jaden Quaintance, Terrace Reed, my boy Malik Brown. They just went, we're gonna go full front court. So, shout out to the Spurs for doing that.
100%, 100%.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
really like the Tobias Harris to the Spurs signing there. I think he fits a very, very big need that kind of got exposed during that playoff run. So I think he's going to pair very, very well with this team. Like Brendan was kind of saying, the fit may not, may take a little bit to kind of find how he fits into that offense and figure out a game plan for where his role is on that team. But I don't think it'll take that long, and I think he's going to drastically improve the size, like JV was saying, of that team, and then also the spacing for Wemby. I think is going to be a huge factor when Tobias Harris plays for them.
Yeah, the depth of that team is just it's unreal. You still got Keldon Johnson. You can move Devin Vassell, who's a starting shooting guard on most teams. You can move him to the bench and have Champagnie start at 3, Harris at 4. You could have Vassell be 3, Harris 4, Champagny comes off the bench. You got a lot of nice options, and I forgot even their draft picks too. I love Terrace Reed. What he did in that March Madness run, he was phenomenal.
He
So
fried
that's
us.
yeah, he was good. So that's a really good pickup. The Spurs are looking nice. Hopefully they can make it back and have it not be OKC again. That was awesome.
Mm.
Fuck the Spurs.
So we'll see. We'll see.
Hey, watch your
Hey.
mouth. Anything better than the Thunder? Am I right?
Facts.
Nah, fuck
And the
Factual.
Thunder, man, the Thunder just quickly they made they had a good draft too. It pisses me off
I'm
between
rooting,
Mara
I'm
and
rooting for the
Spurs.
Thunder next year.
Yeah, whatever, dude.
Fuck the Spurs. Fuck Wendy.
Ew.
You don't want to see the Thunder, and you know it. You know
Everybody
Oh, no,
knows.
no. I'm not saying like us to match up with them. I'm just saying fuck the Spurs. Like fuck.
it.
It's like us with the Suns. It's
Yeah,
literally
it's like
the
you guys with the
exact
Suns.
same-
Okay.
Even
I'm
if
sorry,
they
bro.
have the Suns,
Wemby is
whatever,
a
that's fine.
fucking bitch, bro. I'm sorry,
Wow. Wrong side of
Dang.
history. Everyone just hear that. That's
bro.
crazy.
He was,
Clip it, post it.
He
Do
had, he
numbers.
had his moments where he did act like a little
bro.
bitch.
He was
in the
acting
playoffs,
like
so
a
I will
fucking
not
bitch,
lie. He was
and the
throwing
league wasn't calling
elbows
shit,
and-
bro.
Yeah, he was
Based on
getting really
Adam Silver
chippy
saw
for no
nothing.
reason.
I'm just
Adam-
saying, you guys cleared a bench and nothing happened. So I really don't want to hear it. There were no suspensions
It's-
after that. So your
it's
guys ran
true
out on
though,
the
bro.
court. So nothing happened.
He could throw Jalen Brunson on the floor like that with no repercussion.
Repercussions.
Come
were
on, bro.
People coming off the
No one
bench. No
saw
call.
it.
No call.
That was
exactly.
Tit for tat.
And then he
That's
was
all
in
I'm
the
gonna say.
hitting area in Game 5. This shit was crazy,
Brunson
bro.
flopped. We all saw the same video.
We
Hell out of here.
That shit was crazy. That shit was crazy, bro.
No,
It
it
was.
was. It was.
Yes, 100%.
Right.
There were
We're
definitely
all glad
some
the Knicks
moments.
came out on top. That's congrats to the
Mm.
Knicks. Yeah.
Yes.
Hey man,
Yep.
I was rooting for the Bucks when y'all beat the Suns.
Yeah, whatever, dude. Whatever. Shut up. No, you weren't. No, you
I
weren't.
was.
I think a lot of people were.
I
Honestly.
feel like
rooting for the Bucks.
90% of the country was, to be honest.
Yeah,
with
they didn't
you.
want to see CP3 and Devin
Chris
Booker get a
Paul,
ring.
come
That
on,
was-
guys. Fan
DeAndre
favorite.
Ayton.
Everybody hates
Uh,
CP.
We
CP zero
saved the
rings.
world from
I
DeAndre Ayton
don't
having
hate
a ring.
CP, but Giannis was like undeniable. Like, yo, how the fuck could you pick against that dude?
That's
Yeah,
fair.
yeah, he was nasty. A couple more moves before we get out of here. Podcast favorite, Brendan Elgis favorite right here. Norman Powell
Also,
has escaped the trenches of Miami and was replaced with Tim Hardaway. So congrats, Miami. You lost Norman Powell. The Bulls sign him for a 2-year, $45 million deal. Chicago Bulls have got a lot of things to be excited about with Tiago Splitter, Caleb Wilson, Norman Powell. There's some upside looking. The sun's looking a little brighter in Chicago. I still don't think this team is anything special, but they're making some moves to give fans some hope. So shout out Norman Powell. Granted, a little older, but again, he's coming off his first All-Star selection, I believe. He's going to put up 20 points for the Bulls. He's going to be really, really nice for Chicago.
yeah, I got a coworker that's from Chicago area, so he's very excited for this team. And we've been talking. They got everything except the two guards. So now they got Norman Powell, who will shoot the shit out of the ball on purpose. So he will be the two guard, and yeah, they'll be maybe like the Hornets. They'll be fun to watch, and we'll see if they can sneak into that play-in game and figure something out after that.
Yeah. To touch on the Tim Hardaway thing, I saw something that so his dad obviously played for the Heat and his number's retired, and his dad isn't letting him wear number 10 in Miami, so he's got to pick a new number in Miami because his dad is not letting him wear number 10 in Miami.
That is so
W
funny.
dad.
That's
Yeah.
that's
No,
hilarious.
Tim
dude.
Hardaway Sr. was a legend in Miami.
Yeah. So I thought that was so funny when I saw that this morning.
You got to earn it.
It is funny. Yeah.
Man,
Anything else on Norman Powell?
Nope.
nah.
I think that's a good
Nope.
fit in Chicago.
Shout out the Bulls.
Yeah. Shout out
Kind
the
of.
Bulls.
Not really.
And
Actually, not at all.
Not even a little.
last notable move that we wanted to talk about, because we do have a huge Knicks fan here, a champion himself. I wanted to quickly mention that the Knicks are looking pretty solid again. They signed Landry Shamet, 4 years, $24 million deal. If you know ball, you know that Landry Shamet was a critical piece in that championship ring. A lot of Knicks fans I have seen say that, there's no ring without Shamet. So shout out Landry. They bring him back. And also Jose Alvarado didn't play much in the playoffs, but 3 years, $14 million for a guy that's going to be great in the regular season. My favorite rapper, Scrim, has a song literally called Jose Alvarado. It's an awesome song. It's a banger. So shout out Jose Alvarado. The Knicks keep some solid pieces. So Justin, how are you feeling about Shamet and Alvarado being brought back?
Love it. I didn't think Alvarado was going to be gone. I did think Shamit was going to be gone. I was surprised. Supposedly, he took less money to stay with us. He got offers from a lot of other teams, and he said he was going to stay here. So, shout out to him. He was a big part of that Cavs series. He could not miss. Fuck the Cavs, by the way. Shout out Sham God.
Yeah, man. He should be giving a portion of his money to Malcolm Brogdon because that was supposed to be his spot before he decided he was just done with basketball out of nowhere. Shout out Malcolm Brogdon. But yeah, got those two guys back. You guys just need to find a center somehow. So we'll just see how that works. Miles Turner's available if you guys are
Yeah.
wondering.
Please, oh my God, that'd be so awesome.
Oh,
He got a big ass contract, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
3 years,
Well,
like 100.
24, 25, but we just kind of add another 20 because we have to pay Dame because oh my God, I fucking hate Horse so
If he
much.
didn't
I
have
don't
that
think the
contract,
Knicks
if he
would
didn't
have
have
to
that,
pay that.
I would have took him. I'm not gonna lie.
Is there okay? This
24, I think.
yes. This is this was the question I wanted to ask, Brendan. Is there any part of you now that us the Bucks now not having Giannis gives you any type of hope that Miles Turner will be a better player this year for us if we keep him? Is there any part of you that thinks that he can be back to, somewhat what he did in Indiana, what we were seeing, where he can be actually a good basketball player now that Giannis isn't there and maybe he can kind of go back to what he used to be?
I just don't think he was ever as good as we ever thought he was. I just think we propped him up because we watched Brook Lopez play basketball every day, and he was so bad for us. So when Miles Turner would come play Brook Lopez and shit on him, we would go, "Oh my gosh, Miles Turner is unbelievable."
Right.
To answer your question, no. I think it's probably going to be just about the same. He's going to be 31, so he's probably at the decline of his quote unquote prime. And yeah, he just doesn't play as a big man for some reason. He's a 7-footer that can't get you more than 7 rebounds. It just never will make sense to me. And we're just gonna have to hope that he either gets traded, somehow develops into a big man, or Khalil Ware comes in there and takes his spot. I don't think there's any world that he becomes like actually a double kind of guy, which he's getting paid to do. So no, I do not think so. And all my eggs are in Khalil Ware's basket right now. So if he does not develop, we are screwed. So no, to answer your question.
Fair enough.
He's gonna be good.
Where
Khalil
and
Ware
Sims?
is going
Yeah.
to be
I think
nice.
he's gonna be good.
Come on now.
I'm
Yeah,
so
Ware's
excited.
gonna be good. Yeah.
Mhm.
I got one question for you guys.
Oh, great. Love questions.
What do you think happens with Jalen Duren in Detroit?
That's
Well, now
such
he's
a
gotta
good
stay,
question.
right?
Wow.
He
He's
What
got to
happened?
stay because the Jazz got Jackson Hayes back, so they got a bajillion of bigs, and the Lakers got Walker Kessler. Unless they want to throw another bag at Duren, but what are they gonna trade over to
Well,
Detroit?
he did say he was gonna go talk to the Kings.
He did.
Oh yes, that is right. Oh my God, that's right.
Just for
Why?
money, man.
Why?
Get it.
Why? Why would
He's
you
a
want to
bag.
go play in
He
Sacramento?
wants the
Bag
money.
to bag.
Money
Mhm.
Don't do it.
talks.
Win 14 games next year, dude. He
It's
is terrible.
crazy.
But it would be really good for the Pistons because I saw the mock trade was for Sabonis. As much as people like to make fun
I'm
of him,
sorry, bro. If they,
he's bad. But
I'm
would he
sorry.
be better in Detroit than in Sacramento? I think yes.
On
The
paper,
offense-
yeah, but I'm not taking that team fucking serious at all.
I was not ever taking the
Detroit?
Pistons seriously in general. I'm gonna be
That's
honest.
totally
Oh,
fair.
Yeah, we
That's
called
true.
them pretenders every single
From
episode.
the
Every
beginning,
time
you
we
did,
did,
you
we called
did.
them pretenders.
So I never did, and they bring in Sabonis, a guy that can actually put the ball in the basket and not be total disappointed in the playoffs. I'm taking that over possibly Duran becoming that, I guess. So
That defensive identity goes out the fucking window.
Yeah.
Yes, and
Yeah,
I
it
guess
does. Sabonis plays. No, Sabonis
Right.
is
Negative
not a factor
defense,
on the
yeah.
defensive end down low.
Yes. He's a
He's just a
Sardo,
hindrance for
body.
sure.
Holland, those guys. It would go
And
from
he-
like the best to top 10. It wouldn't drop out of the fucking bottom of the basket, but
And he don't space the floor either.
he'll
Yeah.
hit that midi. He'll hit that midi that Duran can't. He'll hit that
Sabonis
midi.
does have that
JP,
insane
he'll
midi.
hit that
Yeah,
midi,
shit
dude.
is-
He does.
He'll
He
hit that
does.
midi. Duran can't put the ball in the basket to save his life, so
Yeah, man. Duran really took a dip.
I know Duran
don't know.
pissed off. He's like, yo, I just had an all-star season, all NBA. And just because the playoffs, y'all don't want to play me?
go
Maybe.
play in
yeah.
Sacramento.
Yeah.
Go play in Sacramento and just see
They
how
don't, they don't
bad
make the
that shit
playoffs
is.
anyways, so it won't matter. He can be good in the regular
You'll
season.
look like an
Yeah,
all-star
true.
out there because
Yeah,
they'll win
every
4
year.
games. Like,
Yeah, that's true.
to be like, oh my gosh, did we make a mistake? No,
He could.
No.
He could.
no.
He's smart because he's thinking that, and he's like, yo, I could scam them for my next contract after that.
Exactly. Even
Hey,
if he
there we
gets like
go,
a
there we go.
2-year fucking prove it
How
deal,
old is
right?
Sabonis? Is he like still under 30? Is he under 30 still? He's got to be like 28,
Yeah.
29.
My guess is he's either 29 or 30 flat.
My guess was 30 on the dot.
Okay. Because
He's 30 on the dot. Yeah.
30 on the
Right.
dot.
He's already turned 30
Yeah.
this
Yes.
year. Okay, perfect. Yeah, dude, I would do that. I know it's not like for their kind of window, I guess, and he's 24 for Duran, but I don't know, man. I'd take that swing on offense when we're talking about it all year long. Detroit had no offense, and they just got rid of Harris, so all that offense that was already there is just gone. I know Cade
Even worse
obviously is
now,
their
yeah.
number one, but Tobias was a key factor in
For
that
sure.
playoff run for Detroit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we were talking. It's only Cade scoring, but now it literally is only Cade scoring. So
Hey,
don't know.
Isaiah Joe was brought over there. We'll see what Isaiah Joe can do. He should take a step up.
Sure.
Should take a leap.
Spacing, but if I
If-
need a
if-
bucket in the fourth,
It's not
What if,
Isaiah.
Right.
if one of those fucking Thompson twins can figure out how to shoot a basketball, they'd be the fucking
Dude.
best player in the goddamn
Yeah,
universe.
I don't think that's
Oh my
happening
God.
anytime soon.
yeah.
really, seriously,
know.
They've had 4 years now to try to develop a jumper. Three,
It's
4.
got to be year 4 now.
yeah.
Yeah,
Jesus.
it's not coming.
And
It's
He's
not
been good with
it's the
lethal
same
shooter
thing.
all summer.
Right.
Right, dude. Tari Eason did that, and now he gets a bag from Houston.
But I think that's all we got. Justin, you want to shout anything out before we get out of here, brother?
Shout out to you guys for having me on. I appreciate it as always. I love linking up with you guys.
Yeah.
I love the work you guys been doing. So keep up the good work.
Sure. Thank you.
Appreciate you, brother.
If you guys want to follow me, the listeners, JV Podcast, doing good work. NBA is starting to come to a halt, so I gotta be more creative with stuff coming out. But maybe I'll talk some Giants going into the offseason, stuff like that.
There we
But,
go, Daddy Dart.
yeah, but appreciate you guys always for having me on.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you. Thank you, Alex and Mason, for doing this. This was
Yeah,
the
man.
Cheese and the Bear podcast. Go Bears.
Skull, baby.
Go Bucks.